Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into something that's been on my mind lately, a situation that really shook me up and got me reflecting. So, grab a seat and let's talk about it.
Recently, I found myself in this really intense moment. You know when life just throws something at you, and you're like, whoa, where did that come from? Yeah, that was me. It started with a phone call that, changed everything.
I was caught off guard, and my heart raced as I listened. Initially, it felt like a punch to the gut. I was overwhelmed with emotion, shock, confusion, you name it. As I sat there, I couldn't help but replay the conversation in my head.
It's like my mind was racing a mile a minute, and I had all these thoughts swirling around. I was angry, sad, and just, frustrated. It's like I could feel this heaviness sitting on my chest, and I didn't know how to shake it off.
But, after sitting with those feelings for a bit, I started to realize something important. What really hit me was how our initial emotional responses can sometimes cloud our judgment. I went from feeling completely defeated to starting to see the situation in a different light. It was like, once the shock wore off, clarity began to creep in.
I had to ask myself, what's the lesson here? It's funny how, in the chaos, we often forget to step back and reflect. One thing I learned is that, it's okay to feel those intense emotions. They're valid and they're part of being human.
But what really matters is how we respond to them. I found myself thinking about my behavior, how I reacted in that moment. I realized that instead of just letting those feelings control me, I needed to take a step back and breathe.
So, after a few deep breaths, I started to reflect on the external factors too. There were things in my environment, people around me, and even past experiences that influenced how I felt.
It was a reminder that we're not just reacting to the moment. We're responding to a whole mix of emotions and histories. And that's, really powerful to acknowledge. As I processed all this, I noticed some pretty significant shifts in my thoughts. I began to feel gratitude, even for the tough parts of the situation. It was hard, but it also pushed me to grow in ways I didn't expect.
It made me appreciate the little things more, the support from friends, the quiet moments of reflection, and even just the ability to express what I was feeling. And you know what? It's so easy to get caught up in negativity. But when you pause and look for the silver lining, you can find something positive, even if it's small. It's like, this situation reminded me of my strength and resilience.
I realized that I have the power to choose how I respond, and that feels pretty freeing. So if you're out there feeling overwhelmed or, stuck in your emotions, remember it's okay to feel. It's okay to vent, to express, and to process.
And, there's always something to learn from our experiences. Don't shy away from those tough feelings, embrace them. Take a moment to reflect, and you might just find a lesson waiting for you. Before we wrap up, I want to hear from you.
Have you ever been in a situation that turned your world upside down? How did you cope? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more real talk like this. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Remember, you're not alone, and it's okay to embrace the messiness of life.
Keep reflecting, keep growing, and I'll catch you in the next one.